functioning anxiety. Hello, everybody. Tom here. I hope you're all well today. I want to talk about three signs of really high functioning anxiety, and how to identify these three signs. Uh, this will help perhaps to steer somebody away from that way of living and that mind state. But three signs really is just the tip of the iceberg. There are multiple signs. But if you know what to look for, then maybe you can identify earlier that somebody might be someone with high functioning anxiety. So the first sign is worrying about things well ahead of time to the extreme. Somebody with a high level of anxiety on the surface may appear to be an overachiever, somebody that works very hard, somebody that's driven to the point where like they are detail obsessed. But what it actually is it is masking what they truly are or can be, and that is that they are suffering with high levels of anxiety. And one such anxiety is this fear of absolutely anything that is way ahead in the future because of the level of almost obsessive detail that this person would go through. They are worrying about things that are months ahead, like literally with no good reason, and to the extreme where it's starting to make them like panic and stuff. There's no need for it, but when you're in that sort of mind state of high functioning anxiety and you outside of that at the top appear to be hard worker, someone who works long hours, someone who overachieves and does a lot, and someone who is so detail obsessed that, you know, everything's a big deal. It should really come as no surprise that they do literally obsess over and concern themselves about things that have not happened and not going to happen for months. And with that, they literally twist themselves in knots and panic about possible things happening like months ahead. Probably when it's nowhere near or should be nowhere near their agenda. But that's how the mind functions when you're like that. Second sign is a constant fear of letting people down. Now, having had depression myself, like quite bad, I can relate to this a lot. I remember at the height of my depression feeling that, a lot of I'm not good enough, and you know not only am I not good enough, I'm not worthy of the recognition and the praise perhaps that others getting, teams and what have you. And then there was a big feeling of inferiority and also a level of letting people down. And letting people down was a big fear. Um, Simply because I got to the stage whereas I was caring perhaps a little bit too much about what people thought. If you've got high levels of anxiety, high levels of highly functioning anxiety, as I said, it's you become very goal orientated and very focused and over the top with everything, like in terms of like the success and achievement, and you feel the need really to perhaps people please a little bit. I say people please. You want to be the go-to person. You want to be the successful one. You want people to literally be like, oh yeah, he's reliable or she's reliable. And if you can't meet that, then there's this fear that you're letting people down, and that by doing that again, that probably reflects on your own self-worth a little bit more. And you know, sometimes greatest will in the world, you can't help it. The external circumstances will not allow you to do what you need to do, and you will perhaps fail and let somebody down, even if you're not intending to. but the fear is real and it's there. If you've got high functioning anxiety, you want to succeed, you want to be the go-to person, and when that doesn't happen, it's very hard to take. Third and final sign, quite simply, is you've got little habits that perhaps are triggerly signs that you should see. So people with high functioning anxiety are the sort that play with their hair, click their knuckles, stuff like that. They've got little habits that just say that, "Oh, why would you do that?" And absolutely, I can say this, having met lots of people over the years. I still know a person who would always be clicking in his knuckles and pulling his fingers, and he'd be like, and you think to yourself, why would you do that? But that is actually a sign of high functioning anxiety. It's like almost like a tick, or something that somebody does that's just completely random. Like, you've seen it before with other forms of mental health illness, and this is a surefire sign somebody has got high functioning anxiety. And they'll do any little thing that's like a bit odd, but if you're seeing those sort of things, then it could be a big sign of high functioning anxiety. This is my first of 3 videos this week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Thank you. First of 3, please put down in the comment section below, do you have any additional things that you've noticed perhaps about someone that is possibly someone who has high functioning anxiety? This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are multiple things that people who are in this mind state suffer with, and it is something that you've got to be aware of. Maybe you don't understand why people do the way that things the way they do, what makes them tick like that. But if you're in this mind state, the evidence is there for all, really. Please, if you would, remember, if you consider hitting that subscribe button down below, and please consider, if you're liking what you see, to give me a thumbs up and a like, and let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know when my next content's out. Back in a couple of days with a couple of more videos, but until then, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. Appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Take care and bye for now.